Do 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 do. A do 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 do. A do 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 do.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to dry age a steak in your fridge. First of all, you're going to need a fridge. I got this one, it's a second hand. I paid 125 euros for it, but that's because it has a glass door. If you can live without the glass door, you can pay as low as $50 or 50 euros for one of these things. Make sure that your fridge is able to go as low as 1 degree Celsius, which is 34 degrees Fahrenheit. I tested this for a couple of days before I put the meat in, just to make sure that it's capable of doing that. I also placed a cooling rack underneath and a dripping pan, just to make sure we got enough airflow going around. Also, you want to have a good calibrated thermometer which can read the temperatures around 1 degree Celsius, just to make sure they have the right temperature. And here's the star of our show. It's a beef loin, the 3rd, 4th and 5th rib. I selected this together with my online meat supplier Beef and Steak. They helped me out in this project and advised me. We selected this cut with the ribs, so it has as much protection as possible against drying out. A little bit of fat on the outside. In preparation of dry aging this cut of beef, I've read a lot of studies on how to dry age beef, and I found that they all agree that the temperature should be set on 1 degree Celsius, that the humidity should be set around 60% humidity to 80% humidity. And I found that my fridge was keeping the temperature exactly on 1 degree Celsius as long as the outside conditions were around 15 degrees Celsius or below that. But without a humidifier or defrosting program, my fridge was unable to keep the humidity between 60 and 80%. I may have lost a little bit more weight than I otherwise would have, but that's not a problem when you have a large cut of beef like this. I dry aged this cut of beef for 30 days, and you can see that the outside is slowly transforming from a bright red slowly to a darker red to almost black. And this is exactly what you want to achieve. You shouldn't get molds within 30 days. And here we have the end result. It's completely black on the outside, it has some ruptures from drying out, and if you would tap it, you would almost feel like you're knocking on wood. Completely dry, completely hard, and it's like a casing which is protecting the inside of the meat. At this point, the weight loss should also go down, and according to studies, this should be the sweet point where you have the optimum between yield and flavor. Now, of course, this is debatable because some people like 42 days, some people like 100 days, some people even like 200 days. I'm not going to start an argument on that, but this sure does look good to me. Also, at this point, you have been able to resist yourself from eating a steak for 30 days while looking at it. And if you're like me, that's quite an achievement. So now it's time to trim this cut of beef. Of course, we don't want to have any more yield loss than we already had. So we are slowly going to cut out the bones. I'm using a flexible knife. This will allow me to follow the curves of the bones. And here is another challenge for you. When you start cutting off the dried out meat, don't be cheap. As you can see here, I'm clearly cutting away all the dried out beef until I only have red colored meat left. I'm trimming off the fat cap, and I'm also here not going to be cheap, making sure that I cut away plenty of fat, plenty of meat, just to make sure that I end up with only red meat. You see some dark spot in here as well, but I'm gonna trim that away. This is the only way that you can be sure you're going to end up with a beautiful cut of steak. So we started out with a cut of beef that was around 5 kilograms, and we ended up with a cut of beef that's only around 1.5 kilograms. Now don't run away, stick with me until the end of the video and then decide if it's worth it. You can already see we yielded 3 nice 2 fingers thick cuts of steak. And here's the moment of truth. We're going to start up our barbecue with some charcoal. Let the barbecue come up to temperature, place in our cast iron grill grate and sear the steak. Make sure your grill grate is not too hot because we don't want burnt marks, no, we want the Maillard effect. And the difference between that is the difference between black and brown. When your grill marks look about right, it's time to place your steak over indirect heat and let it come up to temperature. Close the lid and be patient. Give it some time. When the steaks are done, take them out, let them rest for about 5 minutes and then slice them up. And as you can see here, the amazing thing is this steak is not completely dried out. It's still super juicy. Wow, look at that. I'm super excited about the way this steak looks. Sprinkle on some salt just to make the flavors pop and enjoy. Are you ready? Well, I am. There she goes. Wow, that is really fantastic. Such a beefy flavor, such tenderness. This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. Wow, this is definitely worth the wait. Well, I never imagined that dry aging a steak at home could be this easy without any things going wrong, like getting molds or whatever crazy weird stuff. Buy a fridge, $50, put your steak in it and let it dry age for 30 days or so, and you have something amazing. Such fantastic flavors. It's really, really good. You guys gotta do this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.